The SafeMoon blockchain. We have a series of new updates that I want to touch on in this video for you guys, as well as a little side note. So let's go ahead and get started with the side note. Going over here to a post. Originally, it's from Travis201169 over on Twitter. He says, "When is this update coming?" Danology saying, "I didn't notice this before." This has to do with the SafeMoon card. As you can see on this image, the little preview, it does show card management. So I'm curious what exactly that's going to entail. If I had to take a guess, this would more than likely be to where you can change the primary crypto that you want as far as when you're going to go do your payments. So you can arrange it to where if you want it to automatically be pulling from a certain crypto, that it'd be able to do so with that. That's my suspicion. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. And Travis goes on to add here on the comments saying, "I found it on the SafeMoon Facebook page." So what do you guys think? Tell us your thoughts on that down in the comments. And then we can also see here the saying SafeMoon CEO at the Paris Blockchain Week. And we can see John Caroni standing next to two other individuals. And one individual on the comment section saying, "We already spotted Terry Jr. 87. So what is the Paris blockchain? During the week, some of the leading figures in the space discussed the most pressing issues and challenges of the blockchain industry, including traceability, digital governance, digital asset liquidity, international regulatory cooperation, and much more. Attendees left the event with a better understanding of the potential of blockchain technology and its role in shaping the future. The 2023 edition of Paris Blockchain Week is shaping up to be even bigger and better than last year's, with an expected 10,000 attendees, 400 plus speakers, and 300 plus sponsors. Some of the brightest minds, industry disruptors, regulators, and leading investors all coming together to help you navigate the blockchain space. So don't miss out. Secure a ticket." All right. So with this, you can see that it takes place from that of March 17th, which was my birthday, St. Patrick's Day, and then that going to March 24th, which is the end of today. So that's the wrap up there. And if we were to try and match these up a little bit here, this post of this picture taking place March 23rd, meaning that of these scheduled dates, it was any of these days that could have been from the beginning, March 17th, leading up to that of March 23rd itself. So lots of things could have been discussed. Potentially this was just a nice little photo op. It could have meant that there was something else that's going on. And so let's go ahead and continue on to the next element here, which is in regards to the speakership. Let's actually touch on that. So going back over to this page where I just talked about the highlights, we actually need to scroll up quite a bit. Actually, let's go ahead and touch on the sponsorship. So I personally did not see SafeMoon being listed on here for partners. There's quite a few being identified, and I just didn't see them on there. So I don't think SafeMoon actually did any sponsorship for this. Again, there's quite a few that's on here. But then look at all of these speakers. I mean, this is just an absolutely massive, massive list. And I went through this, and I did take note of something interesting. Dustin Plantholt, if you guys recall, this guy right here with Monte Crypto is a previous event in which John Caroni had attended and taken a photo with them. And that was an event that SafeMoon did actually end up sponsoring. So Dustin was here. There's many noteworthy figures in the space that had attended this, but something else to take note, I did not see John Caroni on this list, and I didn't see, when I tried to do a quick search for SafeMoon, I didn't see that either. So to me, it's not a surprise if anyone's thinking that, oh, why didn't John Caroni speak here if this is a big blockchain event and SafeMoon's working on their own blockchain and they're supposed to be a big company and everything. Well, is the SafeMoon blockchain out yet? It's not, right? In fact, what stage of development is it in? It's still pretty early. So I think it would actually be more weird to see John Caroni or anyone else from SafeMoon going on and doing some sort of a speaker presentation when they don't really have any product to talk about. It just, I don't know, it just would come across really artificial and fake. But what does make sense is attending a big event like this to network. If you're inside the gaming industry space, there's a pretty good chance as a content creator, at some point you went to one of the gaming conventions. to meet up with other content creators, to meet up with game developers, things of that nature. I did it in the past. It's not uncommon, and networking is very important. Your net worth is determined by your network. I don't know if you guys have heard that phrase before. So I think John Crony was largely attending this so that he can learn what other people were working on. He could take notes, figure out what it is that he, there might be some things that's mentioned where he's like, that's a really good idea. And I think that's something that we should try and incorporate in. So I'm hoping that John Crony had one or more other people also attend this convention with him. I don't know if he did. Talking about other staff members from SafeMoon. Additional people showing up. You saw how many speakers that there are. There's just so many different things you could try and gather from this, but who knows? We're also going to make a remark here in just a little bit. You see the scarf that John Crony is wearing. It's like a high-end scarf. There's a side remark, but there's also apparently more details on that. So also, in addition to this, for the blockchain, Crypto C James pointing out, for those that didn't view the video, SafeMoon released on Instagram with the update on the blockchain, on and off-chain data parity, cross-chain gateways, blockchain platform, still in active development, name reveal soon. We could see that from these graphics here. So on and off-chain, cross-chain, blockchain platform, in active development. So little teaser video, right? And then this also being emphasized from SafeMoon Spidey, where I originally saw it. Okay, so David B. Smith, he's a family member of John Crony. He used to work at SafeMoon. There's been a lot of conflict issues since then, so David does not work there anymore, and we oftentimes will see him vocalize his opinion on everything over on social media. And here he said the premier blockchain technology company's CEO, so he's referring, the premier blockchain technology company's CEO didn't give the keynote speech at Paris Blockchain Week. How is this possible? He skipped his court hearing just to walk the floor. So what is he talking about in regards to the court case? There's multiple court cases that have been going on. I've touched a little bit on these in the past. So it's very interesting to think that if there was a court date, it sounds like he is suggesting John Crony, but when he says premier blockchain technology company, he's suggesting SafeMoon? There's no direct statement here, but as what we've seen with David, oftentimes it points to that. This is further reiterated where Scotty underneath says, at least he was looking stylish with his $500 Louis Vuitton scarf. David responded saying maybe he will do a Meghan Trainor TikTok with it. So because of that comment, if we go back over here to this photo, now I'm not the greatest with name brand type things, but I know that this does look very familiar. That scarf, I'm pretty sure that's Louis Vuitton. So I think that's what he was referring to. But let's also clarify something. As pointed out by Danology here, FUDers are running out of material. They've been reduced to FUDing the clothes of the CEO. Today's FUD involved a scarf that was gifted to John by Frankie Hollywood when he visited the headquarters. You know what that has sent me over the edge. I'm selling my bag, a gifted scarf, the nerve. F out of here. SafeMoon to the effing moon. And then there's a separate article. I might actually touch on this. I got to double check and make sure it wasn't the same thing that was said over the Medium article still. But that could be a potential future video from John Crony. So there you go. That's the latest on the blockchain information. Let us know what you guys think about all this down in the comments below. And last thing I want to tell you guys about, as usual, is that you can check out Spritz Finance. With Spritz Finance, you can actually be able to pay for your real world bills. I've done it before with my credit cards. I think people have been able to spend their crypto on a variety of other bills. But if you're curious how easy it is to get started, how quick it is to do it, it's super fast. I have a YouTube video that I break down more. There's a video link to that down in the description below. If you decide to use my referral, you can actually get yourself a nice little bonus on a future bill payment. They have promotional advertising going on. You can find out more details about that. And so, yeah, I paid for a real world bill using my BNB, but they've been adding in other cryptocurrencies. So I think it's really cool to see that they expand that list. And that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. A double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. And thank you to my YouTube members for your support. If you would like to help me out, because I do YouTube full time as a job, You can do so by checking out my Patreon link in the description or clicking the join button down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.